Jalen Rose's sister, Tamara, has decided that it would be a good idea to go out and air their dirty laundry on social media. She starts off with, "My mother passed 20 months ago." So think about it. A few more months, it's almost 2 years. "I am still grieving her loss. How dare you bring anybody in here to go in my mother's room?" Tamara wrote on Instagram. Okay, so she's been living in the home for almost 2 years. It's not like he, you know, buried his mother and the next day he's like, "Get out, sis." He's given her 2 years to collect herself. Sounds to me a little like somebody feels entitled. Now, Jalen's mom passed away in February of 2021, and his sister has been living in his mother's home that he purchased for his mother. It was actually the first thing he bought when he became an NBA player. She is now saying things like, "This man," I'm going to actually read some quotes from her. "This man is acting as if I do not exist and I do not live here. It will be 4 years in March. He has always said, I don't know what it is about Detroit, the N word. I've been all over the world, but it's something about Detroit ends. They think they think somebody's supposed to take care of them. I'm not just some N off the street. I'm your sister, grew up in the same house with you, took care of you, raised you. You should do this to me. You let these white people see you treat your sister this way with no conscious heart or soul. The way I've been bullied, threatened, taunted, harassed, disregarded, and disrespected us totally." Now, I don't know why she felt the need to bring race into any of it, but, maybe there's a backstory there. I think the narrative she's trying to say is that because Jalen had a successful career and, now he's a broadcaster, he makes good money, he's sold out to the white man, is the narrative I'm getting if I'm reading her properly. And I think that's actually a sad thing because obviously he worked hard to obtain his NBA career. He worked hard to become a broadcaster. So to say that he's selling out to the white man, to me, and again, I'm white, so somebody may have a different perspective, is actually putting a black man down. That's how I would see it. Is like, why can't you acknowledge his accomplishments? Why does it have to be that he became subservient to the white man and that's why he's successful? Just a thought there. So we'll turn back to Tamara and her thoughts. "This is what happens when you find your voice, decide to tell the truth, and are no longer protecting your abuser." So this is the first time we're hearing any accusations about abuse. So I don't know what, he's being accused of doing. So allegedly, she's saying he's an abuser. "I'm tired of being quiet. I'm tired of taking abuse in silence to maintain his public image, knowing he's been lying for the last 26 years. So I wonder what he's been lying about. And she's had no problem coming on here and telling us that he's forcing her to leave the home. So why is she not sharing what abuses he's done to her for the last 26 years? I'm just curious. Again, you're giving, when somebody to me gives little bits and pieces but doesn't tell me the whole story, to me it tells me they're holding back something that's vital in what they believe somebody else will take that other person's side, if that makes any sense. So if they tell you the whole story, then you're not going to be on their side. So they tell you what they feel you need to know, so you'll back them. Again, this man has rewritten our family history with his lies. Again, what lies? What lies are you talking about, Tamara? I'd love to know. Has left a wreckage of people behind him who were used and disposed of. You will not get away with disrespecting me or mentally, psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, physically, or financially abusing me anymore. Keeping it all in is killing me. The truth will set me free because I'm not living the lie with or about the man anymore. He's just as real as his hair and his teeth. Oh, that's a little bit of a low blow. To sell your sister out and try to force her out of our mom's home that her mother absolutely did not want sold is a straight up disgrace and dishonor to our mother. And again, my understanding is he bought the home. I then assume that the home is still in his name. He probably bought it, allowed his mother to live there, or he had power of attorney of that home. And after almost 2 years has decided it's time for his sister to move on and sell the property. She goes on to say, this man Jalen called me a squatter in front of a white woman who was a complete stranger. Squatter? Really? I've lived here since 2019, happily, and was honored to be able to take care of my mother and grandmother in this home until they both passed. So I'm not sure, her argument about living there since 2019, for me, that just tells me that you lived, so 2019, 20, 21, 20. So if you lived there for 4 years, probably not paying any bills. I'm assuming that Jalen was probably paying those bills for his mother and subsequently for her because she lived there. And now that Mama's gone, he's decided to cut all ties. And I can only say if she's behaving this way in front of other people, I can only imagine what she's like behind closed doors. That's my personal opinion. I think she sounds like somebody who feels that they're entitled, that their brother has all this money, so why shouldn't he take care of her? And she's using the excuse of, it was my mother's home. No, it's Jalen's home that he bought for your mother, and your mother has now passed. So now it's time for you to pick your big girl panties on and go live your life and support yourself. And maybe if you are putting your business out there and you had a proper relationship with your brother, instead of expecting, you could talk to him and say, you know what? I need some help. I need to get back on my feet. How can you help me? I can't do this on my own right now. I'm willing to bet Jalen would have helped her. Maybe I'm wrong. But character I see, that's what I see in him. Subscribe to Robus Rants, hit the like button. Tell me if you agree. Is she just being selfish and feeling entitled? Or should Jalen have not put the house up for sale even though it's been 20 months since his mother's passing and he owns the home? Subscribe to Robus Rants, hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the notification. It'll let you know the next time I go on stream. We'll see you soon.